My name is Brian Rulka. I am from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I've been a coach for a little over 5 years. Before I became a coach, I was a struggling alcoholic. I was also 260 pounds. As my drinking increased, so did my depression, which also turned into a prescription medication addiction. Even though you know you are destroying yourself, your life, it's very, very difficult to stop. I eventually lost hope, and that spiraled me into a deeper depression, and it was around that time when I did lose my business. The economy crashed, and I could not find a job. My wife and I did a lot of fighting. We had no money. We were about to lose the home that we were in, and we were also in debt, over $60,000 in debt and credit card debt. She would tell me that if I didn't quit, that she was going to leave, and even that wasn't enough to stop me. I kind of made the choice that the drinking and the drugs was the slow way out. I prepared pretty much to die. So on this one particular day of heavy drinking, I forgot how much medication I actually took. And I got scared that I was going to overdose. I called 911. Ambulance came, they took me to the hospital. They wheeled me in on the gurney, and there was no rooms available, so they kind of stuck me right next to the nurse's station. Then there was an emergency in the hospital, and I could see all the doctors and nurses. They were all running to a certain room. And it kind of just hit me. I'm actually taking away time from these doctors and from these nurses who are there to save people, to help people. I'm taking away their time and the reason is because of my own selfishness. And it kind of just clicked for the first time, and I pulled my IV out, I stood up, and I walked right out of the emergency room, and I found a ride home, and I said, this is it. And that's when I checked myself into rehab about 2 weeks later. One of the things that they teach in rehab is that to get that healthy mind that all addicts are seeking, you need a healthy body. When I got out of rehab, I talked to my wife. She took it upon herself to order this little program called Insanity, and she put it on, and I was like, what? This guy is crazy. But you know what? I'm gonna try, and that's what I did. My first round of Insanity, and I lost 20 pounds with it. And then I moved on to Asylum, Les Mills Combat, Les Mills Pump, T25. It took me about 15 months to lose 100 pounds. It's incredible. And through the course of doing that, I was exposed to the support structure that exists within Beachbody, and it was just amazing. It blew me away. You know, seeing everyone sharing allowed me to start sharing and opening up. It was my therapy. It was my therapy to make sure that my sobriety continued. I became a coach probably about 6 months after I became a customer. I've met so many people who struggled with the same issues that I struggled with. One of my customers reached out to me, and she was having a very difficult time with her addiction. And I was able to help her get into a rehab facility where she completed it, and she started her sobriety. That was a point where I knew that I made that right decision to become a coach. Life now is amazing. It's a 180 from where it was 6 years ago. Since Beachbody, I was able to pay off all of our debts. I was able to buy a house. I honestly think if I did not become a coach, I would be dead right now. It makes me feel grateful that I was given a second chance. Addiction isn't something that is cured. It's something that you have to still work on every single day. The demons, they don't scream as much anymore, but they're still there. I continue with my sobriety, and being a Team Beachbody coach makes me feel proud that my experiences were able to change someone else's life for the better.